Welcome to the Garage USA. I'm Jonathan Brinke, and today my wife and I are heading up north to pick up a cheap Mercedes-Benz that I won at an online auction. Thanks for joining me. They say the most expensive Mercedes-Benz you can buy is a cheap Mercedes-Benz. Well, I say, who are they? So, last night I won an auction. I haven't seen this Mercedes yet. I don't know much about it. It was kind of it came up available, and I was a winning bidder. So we are on our way to go pick it up. I think it's a 2008 or 2007. I don't know. I was a winning bidder at $700. So we'll see how this cheap Mercedes does, and hopefully it makes it back to the house. The drive is about 2 hours, so we'll see if it makes it back. There it is. It doesn't look too bad. I guess we'll see if this thing runs. Well, it's kind of disgusting in here, but we'll see if it starts up anyway. Oh, and that just fired right up. I gotta turn this volume down on the radio. Yeah, that started right up. So I guess we'll hit the road and see if it makes it back home. Okay, so the power seats, they do not work. Not quite sure what's going on with that. It'll be something I'll have to look into. I'm also getting a bunch of messages on the little menu here, and so I'm getting a few error messages about taillights, and I did call my wife. She's following me, so I did call her, and she says that the lights appear to be working fine. All the taillights look like they're working fine. I'm just getting some error messages up here on the gauge cluster. Another thing it's doing is it does think that the passenger door is open. I'm getting a warning about that, and so every time I take off from a stoplight it does beep because it thinks that the passenger door is open. Other than that, it drives out fine. I haven't had any issues with the driving part of it, so it's pretty uneventful that way. I've also noticed that it has a really bad smell. I noticed that there's a pack of Newports in the door, and then there's a couple of air fresheners, New Car Scent and Black Ice. So I've had the car now for about a week. The drive home was very uneventful. It drove very well. No check engine light. I am getting some other warning lights, basically tail light things, and it needs washer fluid. Other than that, it ran out. It was very, very boring drive. I mean, it just drove here, and I've been driving it, like I said, for a week. There are some things I'm going to have to look into. But let's go ahead and take a look at the car itself on the outside, and then I'll show you the inside as well. Starting with the front of the car, obviously, Mercedes-Benz hood ornament is missing. Those are cheap enough to replace. It's got a little zip tie for the hood latch release. So to open the hood, you do have to pull the thing inside the car, but then you pull the zip tie to actually pull that latch. Headlights are a little foggy. This one is worse than the other one, so it just needs to be cleaned up. Over on this side of the car, it is missing a center cap on the wheel. Again, cheap, easy to replace. Got a little bubble of paint on the corner there. And again, if you go down the side of the car, a little bit on that rear door as well. We've got a little paint bubbling, some rust coming through. And then around the rear wheel well, got some rust coming through on that as well. The rest of the car doesn't look too bad on this side. It does need to go through the car wash. It is pretty dirty. Taillight. This has a piece of tape, some kind of a repair that they did here. So this taillight does need to be replaced. Now the one on the other side does not. That is in good condition. Back of the car looks good as well, so no concerns there as far as the body. Come around here, and we've got some rust along the bottom of the rear door. And then on the front door, really there's the worst of it. A little crunchiness in the corner of that door. So a person could replace the door. I don't think that it's worth replacing, but I don't know. We'll see how this car works out. Again, a little bit of rust here. And then this wheel, it's got a lot of brake dust on it, so I'm wondering if maybe that brake caliper isn't releasing, if it's hanging up a little bit there, or if there's something else going on. I do have to take a look and see. It actually does pull a little bit to this side as well that I've noticed. Tires, we got a Goodyear on the front. We have a Goodyear on the rear. Then on the other side, we have, it's leaking, got a leaky tire. Uniroyal Tiger Paw. That's a cheap tire there on the rear driver's side. And then on the front, we have a Century. So 3 different brands of tires. So I will replace those for sure. Inside the car, door handle's not lining up quite right or working quite right, but anyway, you open that up, and it does have a pretty gross smell in here. Like I said, I found a pack of Newports in the door. It's got the new car scent and black ice for air fresheners, so that makes quite the concoction. Just a really nauseating aroma if you spend any time in this. The door pulls are broke on both this side and the passenger side. It's missing the door pull on that one as well. It's kind of dirty in here. It's got some stains I do like this lighter, like almost yellow color, but it needs to be cleaned up. It's pretty gross. All right, back seat. A couple of stains, and again, there's the back seat. Now this does have the door pulls, and here's the ones for the front. They're on the floor back here, and they're broken. So just need to get some new ones there. There's also some stains on the carpet there, a little stain on the seat. So again, just needs to be cleaned. Now the trunk I have not opened, so we'll see what we've got going on here in the trunk. And it's kind of gross in here too. There's the Mercedes-Benz first aid kit. There's some kind of a bucket, some plastic, leaves. I don't know what that is. I don't want to touch that. I'll have to put some gloves on. And then, yeah, I don't know. Oh, a little waste bucket. Maybe that's what that, yeah, that's what that plastic thing goes in, is into this. God, more air freshener crap. Okay, so, again, the trunk will need to be cleaned, but my main focus is going to be the interior, because that just has a horrible smell. I'll probably run it through the car wash, like I said. Oh. That doesn't close very well, but again, not too surprising, and not too bad for a $700 car. I mean, the fact that it made it here, and that I've been driving it all week, you know, it's not a bad car. So there it is. I will go through and show you mechanically anything and everything. You know, that'll be one of my future videos, everything that's wrong with this car. Because I am sure that there will be things that I find wrong with it. But other than that, I'm going to drive it through the winter. I'm going to see how long it'll go. I mean, it's got 209,000 miles on it, so we'll see how long the car lasts. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'd like to thank you for watching The Garage USA. I'm Jonathan Brinke, and I'll see you next time.